Do your heels hurt? Well, you're not gonna wanna miss these exercises that may be able to help unlock that heel pain. Today, we're gonna do 3 exercises that may be able to unlock that heel pain. The first exercise, we're gonna do some self-care, some self-massage. The second exercise, we're gonna work on some flexibility. And the third, we're gonna do some tib raises. Let's get it going. So the first exercise, we're gonna go into some self-massage. Now, a lot of people have some dust on their foam roller at their house. Let's go ahead and pull that foam roller out, and we're gonna start doing some self-massage. That foam roller can do a lot, especially if you're in a shoe all day long and you're not giving the bottom part of your knee some self-care. We wanna unlock some of those tissues. We wanna release some of those tissues. And the foam roller can simply create a sensory response in this area. Who doesn't like massage? Well, sometimes it may be a little bit painful in this area. Let's get to it and let's release some of that tension. All John's gonna do is he's gonna kind of lift his hip up. Some people, for me, for example, my calves are so tight, I cannot lift my body up because it's just so tense. So John, notice he's stretching out his foot, or he's pulling his foot up in a dorsiflexion pattern, and he's just moving his body up and down this area. Now, don't just go straight away. Notice he's rotating his ankle in and out, so that way he's just trying to get all the areas of that muscle massaged out. Drop your heel or drop your butt down. And another thing that you could do is you could just cross your ankles. And now what I want you to do, instead of flexing and fighting that pain, he's trying to relax his body over that area. Now, if you find an area where it's just so sensitive, you don't have to just rub up and down. You can do a trigger point massage, which is just leave pressure into that area. And the goal here is to try to relax your toes as much as possible. Leave it in that position for about maybe 30 seconds or so to a minute, and you'll notice that it starts to release. He's gonna roll over to the opposite side. Woo! There you go. That's the one, huh? And a lot of people may be dealing with that pain here. Now notice, we talked about rolling in and out of this. Now as you do this, he can go all the way to the side because those muscles also attach to the heel and to that ankle complex. And we want to try to release as much tension as possible here. Cool. So the next exercise that we're going to do is we're going to work on some of that flexibility. You're going to find a step. If you have a riser, go for it. Whatever you need in order to put the forefoot up as you keep the heel down on the ground. Now, John's in a loaded position here. He's feeling a little bit of a stretch. Now, if you do not feel the stretch at this point here, he wants to go a little bit deeper. So he's going to try to drive his knee forward here as he feels the stretch onto the lower part of his calf. Perfect. You're just going to hold it there for about 30 seconds to a minute. And there you go. And if you want to be dynamic with it, you could stand up and drive the knee forward. Stand up, drive the knee forward. Stand up. And now he can drive his knee to the outside while he's doing that. And because you want to try to stretch out as much of the tissue as possible in this position. Make sure you hold on to something. John doesn't necessarily need to, but you can hold on to a handle on the stairway, or you can hold on to the wall as you drive that knee forward here. So 30 seconds to a minute is all you need. You can do it a couple sets if you really need to unlock some of that tissue there. So the last exercise, we're gonna do a loaded, what we call reciprocal inhibition. So go ahead and lay back against the wall here. We're gonna do some tib raises. And simply put, as his body is leaning back here, he's driving his foot out in front of him and he's just raising his foot up off the ground. Raise the forefoot. Now in this case, we're activating the tissues in front. We're activating the muscles that are in front of the shin to release the tension off of the backside. And so in this case, he's working the strength there while it's stretching the backside of his heel. And if you're dealing with Achilles tendonitis, if you're dealing with any type of inflammation on the pinpoint side of that heel, this will help to release some of that tension. Cool. Try those 3 exercises. One of the reasons why you might be dealing with some of that pain is because you might be wearing heels for too long throughout the day. If you think about it, John was pointing this out earlier. Go ahead and show him. We walk if we think about it, we walk in this position where our foot, the back of our heel is a little bit higher than our forefoot. And if you're wearing high heels, go ahead and bring it on up. These muscles back here are really shortened. And so we want to create a little bit more flexibility there while we activate the areas that have been overly stretched. So this is going to be the underactive part, which is the front part of the shin, which is why we did those tib raises. And then the last one, go ahead and drop it down. And we want to create more flexibility or lengthening of the tissues behind the back of our calves.
Make sure you guys do all those exercises. Let's get some healthy heels.
Heels. Heal them heels.
Heal them heels, and make sure your Achilles tendons are not so tight because you're walking like this all day. If you enjoyed that heel video, we have other heel videos and ankle videos. Check them out. Help yourself out.